very good evening to one and all present here. Once again, welcome to your own channel, that is LET classes, where you are learning your science in an easier and a better way. So, Abhita, in the previous lecture, we have studied about the acids. In the chapter acid, bases and salt, today we will have to study about the bases. So, in this lecture, we will study about the bases as well as neutralization reaction. So, in bases, as we all know that bases are bitter in taste. In the previous lecture, I have informed you about this. So, what do you mean by base? What do you mean by acid? This already I have told you. But today, the expanded part of bases we will do. So now let's start with the bases. But before starting, I would like to ask from you people that if you find any of the problem in my previous lecture, then please let me know. You can send your queries with the help of your email IDs and send us at eliteclasses@gmail.com. Similarly, you can send us that query on the YouTube also. So now come to the next part of our today's topic, and that is known as your base. That is known as your base. So what is base? This also I have told you before also. Base. What is base? Base, I have told you that it is bitter in taste. It is always bitter in taste. In taste. Have you ever ate bitter gourd, or we can say karela? So that is also the taste of bitter. Okay. So that bitter taste is known as what? Base. So this base is not only bitter in nature, but it is also soapy in nature. Soapy. As you touch the soap in your finger or in your hand, then it feels soapy, slippery. So it is always soapy in nature. That is known as your base. Soapy in nature. So that base, bitter in taste, soapy in nature, this is known as what? Bases. Bases are of two types. What are the two types of bases? First one is known as strong base. What is the first one? Strong base. The second one is known as your weak base. Weak base. First one is known as your strong base. Other one is known as your weak base. Strong base is known as the bases which are highly corrosive in nature. What we can say? The bases which are highly corrosive in nature. In nature. This is known as what? Strong base. And even we can say, what is corrosive? Corrosive means that whenever we can say that due to that base, any moisture take place, in the moisture as well as in the air, contact of air, some corrosion take place. The property of rusting is known as your corrosive nature. And whenever the strong base is fall on any person or anything, then it can also cause your burning of skin. Burning of skin. So we have to take care while handling this base. Okay, so we can consider the strong base example as we can say potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide is KOH. What is the symbol of potassium? K, and hydroxide is OH. Similarly, if we take the example of sodium hydroxide, the sodium hydroxide is NaOH. Na stands for your sodium, OH stands for your hydroxide. NaOH is known as your strong base. So now the next thing is that what is weak base? Weak base are exactly opposite to your strong base. As weak base, we can say does not convert fully into hydroxide ion. How I am saying this, why this is not converting fully into hydroxide ion? As we are having the strong base KOH. In that KOH, we are having K positive and OH negative ions. Okay, so we are having completely OH negative ions in this, in the strong base. But in case of your weak base, we did not have the fully converted OH ions. OH ions. These hydroxide ions, we did not have the fully converted hydroxide ions. For example, if we are talking about the examples are ammonia. Have you ever seen this ammonia? No, I will just show you the images of this ammonia, soda ash, soda ash. We can say next is lime. Next one is lime, ammonium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. So these are the example of your weak bases. So I'm showing you the example or this example images. So these are the images of that example. The first one is known as your calcium hydroxide. What is the first one known as? Calcium hydroxide. So its formula is given to you CaOH whole twice. This is the formula for your calcium hydroxide. Okay. Ammonia is given to you. This is in the liquid form. This ammonia is in the liquid form. And its formula is NH3. What is the formula for this ammonia? That is NH3. This is the formula for your ammonia. Next one is the magnesium hydroxide. What is the formula for magnesium? Mg. Hydroxide is OH whole twice. So this is the formula of your magnesium hydroxide. Similarly, if we can say this is known as your soda ash. Soda ash. So these are some of the examples of weak bases with their images. So everyone, please make sure that you will be able to understand by these images. So let's come to the next part. There are some of the properties of bases. What are that properties, or what are that properties we can say of that basis? So we can say the next is properties of bases. What are the properties of the basis? That we have to check it out. What are the properties of the basis? So now what are the properties? First property, as we have seen in the acid also, similarly we will see this thing in the bases also. First property of that base is that bases have bitter taste. What is the taste of bases? Bitter taste. Kadvapan we can say. Okay. These are always bitter in taste. These are always bitter in taste. Okay. The next one we can say, I don't think so that you are able to check it out. Just a second. Okay. What is the next property we are having? The next properties are, second one, it is known as that it always changes red litmus paper to blue litmus. As in the acid, we can say that always blue is converted into red. Similarly, in the bases, we can say red litmus is converted into blue litmus. Similarly, third property is that it is always corrosive in nature when concentrated. When the bases are concentrated in nature, concentrated already I have told you, concentrated means less amount of water. So when it is concentrated, it is always acted as a corrosive in nature. Fourth thing is, it is always slippery. What is the fourth one? It is always slippery, or we can say soapy feeling. Soapy feel. When we are touching the soap, it is soft we can say, or it is having the nature of slippery nature. That's why we can say that bases are also having the soapy feeling, as well as we can say it is slippery in nature. The next one is, fifth one is that bases always react with acid to give salt plus water. What I'm saying, base plus acid. Which I have told you in the previous lecture also. This always give us salt plus water. Salt will be of any type. Okay, it is not so that NaCl is always formed. No, it is not so. Like I am taking the example of base, that is potassium hydroxide, KOH. Okay, acid is we can say HCl. Acid is HCl. So what do we get? This K react with Cl. Okay, we get KCl. This is known as your salt. plus what is the water? H2O. This is the water, H2O. Okay, so base plus acid gives salt plus water. So base is known as your KOH, acid is known as your HCl. Base plus acid gives you salt. Salt means KCl plus water is H2O. Similarly, if we take another example like NaOH, NaOH, sodium hydroxide plus HCl gives what? Na react with the Cl. We will get NaCl plus H2. This is the another example of your what? Acid plus base gives salt plus water. I hope I have made you all clear about this properties of bases. Now come to the next screen. What is the next screen we are having? Uses of bases. Uses of bases. Before telling the uses of bases, I have told you about the acid plus base. Acid plus base gives your salt plus water. So this reaction is also known as your neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. So in the neutralization reaction, you all know that while using this neutralization reaction, we can say that why we are taking the ENO when we are having an acidity problem, then why we are taking this ENO. So we will study in this neutralization reaction about this. So now you will consider that this neutralization reaction will be helpful to us in many ways. We will study about it afterward. Now we will come to the uses of bases. There are many uses of bases. So in the uses of bases, firstly we will consider calcium hydroxide, CaOH whole twice. This is known as your calcium hydroxide. So calcium hydroxide, it is also known as your slate lime. What we can say it is known as? Slate lime. Slate lime. Okay. Second one we can say it is used in the mortar, mortar, as well as it is used in plasters. Plasters all you have seen, and cement. These are used in the mortar, plasters, and cement. The next thing is C part, that it is used in medicines. In medicine, we use CaOH whole twice, medicine, to treat acid burns. To treat acid burns. Okay, like when we are having an injury of this burning, then we can use the calcium hydroxide medicine. Okay, so in that medicine we are having the calcium hydroxide, and as well as we can use as an antacid also. As an antacid. What do you mean antacid? Antacid is a substance which is used to get relief from the acidity only. Okay, the next thing is CaOH twice, that it is reduce the harmful effect of acidity in the soil. Means it can reduce the harmful effect. Reduce the harmful effect of acidity in soil. In soil, like in soil also we are having the acidity problem, that whether it is properly used for growing the crops or not. So for that also we are using this calcium hydroxide, so that we can reduce this harmful effect of acidity in the soil. Okay, similarly, if we are going through this next part, let me do it in the next page when we are moving. So in this case also, my next case we can say, next one is known as your magnesium hydroxide. What is the next case? Magnesium hydroxide. So how we can say magnesium hydroxide now? Okay, now see. In the magnesium hydroxide, what is the formula for this magnesium hydroxide? Formula for magnesium hydroxide is MgOH whole twice. This M will be capital Mg. Okay, MgOH whole twice. This is known as your magnesium hydroxide, and it is also known as your milk of magnesium. Milk of magnesium. What is the another name of this magnesium hydroxide? It is known as your milk of magnesium. Okay. And why it is known as milk of magnesium? Magnesium. Have you ever seen ENO? Have you ever seen ENO? ENO is used for what? For getting relief. For getting relief from the acidity. Okay. Similarly, that ENO is used as a milk of magnesia, and it is used to relieve us from the acidity part. Okay, beta. So this magnesium hydroxide is like a milk-like experience. I have shown you the images of also. So we can say that suspensions. Suspension. Do you know about suspension? Suspension example I am giving to you, that whenever we are putting the milk inside the water, listen to me carefully. Whenever we are putting the milk inside the water, then the water of that milk, water in which we put the milk, that becomes milky. So that is known as your suspension. Okay. So suspension of milk, like this magnesium hydroxide in water, are used as an antacid. It is used as an antacid. Antacid की तरह हम इसको यूज करते हैं बेटा, to neutralize स्टमक पेन, ताकि जो हमारे स्टमक में पेन हो रहा है एसिडिटी की वजह से, उसको हम क्या कर सके, न्यूट्रलाइज कर सके. सो वी कैन यूज इट एज एन एंटासिड. ओके. The second part of this magnesium hydroxide is that it is used as a effluent treatment plant. Okay, effluent treatment plant, Okay, these are especially used in alkaline nature. Alkaline means basic nature. Alkaline nature. These are all are known as your base. That's why we can say that this is known as your alkaline in nature. Okay, next one is known as your sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is NaOH. This is known as your sodium hydroxide. It is also known as your caustic soda. Caustic, caustic soda. So caustic soda is used for household purposes in cleaning. So whenever we are using any household purposes for cleaning purpose, so we can use this NaOH, that is caustic soda at your home. You can ask from your mama also about this caustic soda. Next is known as that it is used in the manufacture of paper. Whenever any paper industry is making the paper, then they use NaOH in the manufacturing of paper also. Manufacturing of paper. Then we can say we are using this NaOH. NaOH is known as your caustic soda also. What is NaOH? NaOH is known as your caustic soda also. So now come to the next part. Next slide we can say. Next use is known as your ammonium hydroxide. So before ammonium hydroxide, I would like to tell you one of the another use of sodium hydroxide, that it is used in the chemical peeling also. Peeling of fruits, as well as we can say vegetables are there, fruits and vegetables, chocolates, cocoa. Okay, for the soft drink processing also we are using this NaOH. Okay, the next one is known as your ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. So what is this ammonium hydroxide? Ammonium hydroxide is also known as aqueous ammonia. What is aqueous word? Aqueous word is known as your water, okay, which is having the quantity of water in that. So this is known as your aqueous. Okay, so it is used as an antimicrobial agent in meat products. Like in meat products, some of the microbial agents are there. So it is acting as this ammonium hydroxide is acting as an antimicrobial agent in meat product. Okay. Next one is known as your, it is used as a sanitizer. Sanitizer in many household as well as we can say industrial cleaners. Okay, like we are having the sanitizer at our home. So in that also we are having ammonium hydroxide. Next one is known as your ammonium hydroxide is a combination, or we can say ammonia combined with water. Whenever ammonia NH3 combined with water H2O, then we get ammonium hydroxide. Ammonium hydroxide. We get ammonium hydroxide. Okay. And this ammonia is a source of what? This ammonia is a source of what? We are having the nitrogen in this. It is a source of nitrogen. It is a source of nitrogen, we can say. Okay. And it is also very essential for the plants. This nitrogen is very much essential for plants and animals as well. Animals as well. So in that case, we can say this ammonium hydroxide is very much useful to us. Okay, I think so that you all have got about this ammonium hydroxide. Now next, the last topic of this today's class is neutralization reaction. What is neutralization reaction? I have also informed you before also what is neutralization. So neutralization reaction is what? When acid, neutralization reaction. Neutralization. Just a second. Why it is not working? Neutralization. Neutralization. Okay. So in the neutralization reaction, what we are getting? In this, we are getting that when acid react with base, when acid react with base, we get salt plus water. Salt plus water. Before also I have told you about this. Okay. Like I have given you the example of HCl plus NaOH gives NaCl plus H2O. Similarly, I am taking the another acid, let it be H2SO4. H2SO4 means sulfuric acid. What is H2SO4? Sulfuric acid. So what is the formula for sulfuric acid? H2SO4 plus base I am taking NaOH. NaOH. What do I get? I will get the sodium sulfate. This sodium react with the sulfate. So formula for sodium sulfate is Na2SO4. This is known as your sodium sulfate. So this sodium sulfate is also known as your salt plus water plus heat. So in the neutralization reaction, we can say heat is also evolved. When we put acid in base, then we are getting the hotness in that solution. So heat is also evolved in that case. And now what we have to do, we will have to balance this equation. So this, here Na is 2 and here Na is 1. So we will multiply this Na with 2. Now we are having this OH also twice here. So we will have to take the 2 here also, so that the equation will be balanced in all the cases. Okay, so we can say that these, we can say that soaps that we are using in our daily life for cleaning, washing our clothes, and also in the industries also. So our body needs some variety of salts like chlorides, iodide, sulfate, bicarbonate, many more salts are there that we will study in our next lecture. But this neutralization reaction is also very much essential in our everyday life. How it is essential in our everyday life? So you will please watch it till the end. So we can say neutralization reaction, neutralization in our everyday life. How it is very much helpful everyday life. Okay, so first is that this neutralization, in this neutralization reaction we can use as a use of antacid. We are using antacid. I already have told you about milk of magnesia. Already I have told you. So what is that milk of magnesia known as? Milk of magnesia is known as ENO, and as well as its formula is MgOH whole twice. Okay, ENO, or we can say milk of magnesia. So this milk of magnesia is used as an antacid so that we can relieve it from acid. The next one is known as your, that second one is known as your soil treatment. Soil treatment for agriculture land. For agriculture land. So what is the soil treatment? We can say soil treatment for the land is very much necessary for our use. Okay, that we will have to check whether the soil is acidic in nature, whether the soil is basic in nature, or whether it is neutral in nature. So plants, we can say, cannot grow if the soil is too much acidic, or we can say it is basic or too basic. It is always grown on the land of neutral nature. Neutral, where we can say that the soil is not too much acidic or basic. So on the other hand, we can say if the soil becomes too basic, we have to use some of the acids to make it neutralize. Similarly, if we are having the acidic soil, so we will have to use the basic things to make it neutralize. Okay. The third one is waste treatments in industries. Waste treatments in industries. In industries. So how we can say waste treatments are basic or having the neutralization effect? So when the waste from the factories are coming outside, it contains too much acids. Okay, so they may pollute our water bodies also, or they can affect our aquatic lives also, as well as soil also. So if we did not prevent the use of these acids, then the aquatic life or the soil becomes too much acidic and they will not survive. So to avoid this industrial waste, that should be treated with the bases before releasing from the industries. That's why we can utilize with that waste treatment in the industries before release. And the last one is known as your fourth part, that is stings of ants. Sting of ants. Whenever an ant or ant, we can say it, we are getting stuck, or if you get stung by an ant, then you will have to rub that moist area with the help of sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate, you can say, or you can say baking soda. It is easily available at our homes also. Baking soda. We can make the paste of this baking soda and apply on that part of ant sting, because this ant sting inject an formic acid in our body, and when we use the baking soda on this formic acid, so it gets neutralized. Okay, and we get relief from that part. Or you can also apply the calamine solution also, as they contain the zinc carbonate. Again, that zinc carbonate is basic in nature. So on that calamine part, we can use the on that sting part, we can use the calamine solution also, that contains the zinc carbonate, and these are also basic in nature. So with these effects, we can utilize some of the things, and I hope that I have made you all clear. So if you find any of the query in today's part, you can please write down your queries on our email ID, that is letclasses@gmail.com. So thank you in the last.